Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Candy J. Your favorite relationship and certified clinical sexologist. Today, we are talking about diabetes and women having better sex, right? Tomorrow, I'll do part two, talking about the men, because this is definitely Impotency Awareness Month, and erectile dysfunction is something that plagues the whole world, and men everywhere. So we definitely want to talk about that. But I wanted to address the women first today, because I feel like tomorrow it'll be a little bit more about the men, a little bit longer rather. Um, Although it's an equal problem. So, if you don't know who I am and you're just joining me, I am sharing to a few places so that other people can join us. But my name is Candy J. I am a certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute and the American Colleges of Sexology. I am also a proud member of the American Counseling Association, a MOCA marriage trainer, a marriage boot camp coach, and I focus on a lot of things. One of the things that I focus on is putting the oohs and the ahs back into your relationship. And how I do that is I do one-on-ones with couples, individual one-on-ones, group counseling, seminars. I do sex education. I do dating after divorce, life after infidelity. I do marriage and premarital counseling and coaching. And so I am so proud to always be able to be on the social media platform. One of the things that makes me such a great coach and a counselor is that everything that I specialize in, I've lived through. I've been through. And so I will take education and experience anywhere, any day, anytime. And when you're looking for a coach or a counselor or a therapist, you definitely want to make sure that you guys gel and mesh, and that the things that you're going through and that you're needing, that they have that experience in, and whether that be 20 years of experience of seeing clients, or whether it be living through it and the education, it goes hand in hand. So again, I just want to quickly talk about diabetes and women. So first of all, newsflash: sex is good for diabetes. Bling, 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 bling. Oh, did you know? Did you know? Put me a one in the comments if you knew that sex is good for diabetes, and let me tell you why. It gets those adrenaline going and that heart racing and that pumping. And guess what? It's a form of exercise, which helps any person that is diabetic. Because as women, we face I live with type 1 diabetes, so definitely we can face vaginal dryness in both 1 or 2. It kind of like damages the nerves that lubricate the vagina. And so there's a few things that you can do for that. Number one, you can talk to your doctor and get like a low estrogen pill that helps to lubricate. There are creams that they can prescribe you. If you're after menopause, it's a non-estrogen pill that you can ask for, and it helps and works wonders. But you can, like I said, you can always use lube. I would suggest, now, if you have a severe vaginal dryness, I would suggest a silicone lube, because a silicone lube is going to be slicker, and it's going to keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Um, so as someone that struggles with diabetes as well, you can get vaginal infections. So that can be a UTI, that can be a yeast infection. So you just want to make sure that you maintain your diabetes. If you're prescribed insulin sometimes can change your mood as well. But you want to make sure that you have a healthy balance there. So you could have a low libido. And there are so many things that can help with a low libido. You can change your diet. Actually, diet is very, very important when you have diabetes, right? So you want to eat fruits and vegetables, potatoes, whole grains. The more that you keep healthy things in your body, the more that you take care of that diabetes, and then the healthier you'll be and your sex drive can come back. But it's a combination of things, because every woman is different. We might not have all of those different things. I've listed a few things that you can have, right? But if we don't figure out what's right for us, and that could be a change in medicine, it could be a change in diet, right? It could be making sure that you exercise. Even 30 minutes a day can change your whole sexual libido, change your health. Moving around, moving and shaking, all of that helps out with those things in your body. And so, a couple of things that I would suggest as well, if sex is an issue for you, like especially with low libido, right? So you want to kind of slow down. Your body responds a little bit slower when you have diabetes. So don't get frustrated with yourself if you're not instantly moist because you're thinking about it or they're touching you. It's a common thing, right? But you want to take your time and you want to make sure that you communicate these things with your partner. Don't get frustrated with yourself or frustrated with your partner, but you have to communicate. Granny always said, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, right? And that applies here. If you create a safe space where you can talk to your partner about your illness, right? And talk to your partner about how you're feeling, right? If I'm not in the mood, I can't, it's not a problem to say, hey, I'm not in the mood, but here's what may get me there, and just take your time with me. Um, so another thing with diabetes too, you have to think about depression. It is super, super common for people with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And we can do that. We'll talk about that on another live. But PCOS, endometriosis, diabetes, all of these different things can cause depression, because there's a chemical imbalance there. And so how do we combat depression? You can get into antidepressants. You can go to counseling and coaching, and all of these things help with your diabetes, because they all go hand in hand. Check with your doctor on how your levels are, right? And here's the other thing. Remember, I said slow down, right? Know your body. Take the time out to really know what you like sexually, and then compare them with the things that are no longer turning you on or taking a longer time. That's a part of your illness, right? And so you take out the time to discover these things, right? And then you utilize your options, right? So if you're just joining us, we're talking about how good diabetes health equals good sex, right? In women. And we're only talking about women right now. Tomorrow I'll talk about men. But again, so here's my suggestions. Check with your doctor to check with your levels about your low libido, your diabetes. Make sure that all of your HC1s are all in where they need to be. The cholesterol, all of that, high blood pressure, all of these things go hand in hand, right? Ease vaginal dryness by either getting a non-estrogen cream or a pill, if you're past menopause. If you're in that stage where you're still in childbearing years, you can do a low dose estrogen pill, or like I said before, you can use lubricant. Explore your pleasure zones, guys. So anything that turns you on is a pleasure zone. It could be your nipples, it could be your clitoris, it could be your erogenous zones, right? And see how that you can stimulate those things. There's a market of warming lubes. There's a market of clitoral stimulation gels. There's so many things. And I'm a bedroom candy consultant, so always click on my link and see what may help you. If you need help trying to figure out those things, ding, 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 call me. And DM me, and I will assist you in any way possible. So and then the last thing was slow down and seek counseling, right? If you're dealing with the depression side of things, seek counseling, coaching, therapy, whatever you want to do, but seek help, because you're going to continue to be in a frustrated cycle if you don't do something about it, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So if you want a higher sex drive, then you're going to take the next step, right? If you have a low libido, you're going to take those next steps. You're going to seek out help. It takes a baby step to send a message and say, hey, Candy, I need help. Or picking up the phone and saying, hey, I need an appointment to talk about this. And I know that sometimes it can be a taboo subject and you're embarrassed or ashamed, but there's no reason to be embarrassed or ashamed because this plagues millions and millions of women all over the world. You're not alone. So tomorrow, I will be talking about good diabetes health for men and talking about erectile dysfunction and impotency. So, if this helped you, drop me a 2 in the comments. Don't be stingy. Share this, like this, comment on this, ring that bell if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Comment below. Let me know that you either shared this or liked this or it helped you. Okay. Again, my name is Candy J, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.